Hey there folks, Nick here. Welcome back to the channel. I'm doing something a little bit different today. I've never done an unboxing on this channel, and today is going to be the first one. So as you can see, I've got a brand new Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus, which came with some complimentary Samsung buds, which I'll be interested to try out. But we'll leave those aside for the minute, and we'll get straight into unboxing this S10 Plus. Now, officially this phone gets released, I believe, on the 8th of March in Australia, but I've managed to get it early somehow. Today's the 6th, I think. So it was sent out to me. I pre-ordered it, which is part of the getting the buds thing. So let's take a look. The box is almost exactly the same as the S8 phone, which I already have one of. That's what a lot of my YouTube videos have been filmed on, apart from the ones that are filmed with the action camera, which is what we're on right now. And I will be bringing out the S8 Plus to compare. Okay, so pulling the lid off and you're immediately presented with the phone. And doesn't it look a treat? A nice little pull tab here to remove the phone from the box. Lots of very satisfying to remove plastic shielding on it. I'll leave that aside and have a look at what else is in the box first. Samsung Care. Apparently they will help me out if something goes wrong with my phone. Don't care about that. Fast charger, and it's black this time. My last one was white. In fact, my last few have been white. 9 volts, 1.67 amps, 5 volts, 2 amps. Cool. Standard fast charger. What do we have here? This looks like the cable. Here's the cable. USB Type-C cable is always useful to have around. I'm constantly removing the one off my S8 charger to put it on my computer to get, obviously, my videos off. Made in Vietnam. Not that that matters. Get rid of that. Then we have the OTG plug. Those of you who don't know, you plug this into the bottom of your Android phone, anything with a USB-C port, and you can then plug a USB device in, whether that be a what do you call them? What are those things that you put stuff on that you plug into the computer? USB stick, that's the word I'm looking for. You can plug a USB stick into that and use it as an external storage device for your phone. I believe you can also use this to move data from your old phone to your new one, so a pretty handy device to have. And then we have some headphones, and it's good to see that Samsung have continued using these nice AKG headphones. I personally haven't had a lot of experience with them because I have a better pair of headphones that I use when I listen to music on my phone. But I believe my wife has used them, and she's pretty pleased with how they sound. And she says they're very comfy. You can say it a bit louder. You're not going to get in trouble. So my wife claims they're very comfy. Nice braided cable on that. Oh, I've already twisted it up. I don't know why I'm undoing it, because I'm unlikely to actually use these. I should have left them in the package, but no matter. We're having a good look at them. Nice rubberized texture there where it touches against your ear. Looks like they've got the medium-sized ones on, which wouldn't suit me anyway because I have little ear canals. So I'd have to change those out for the smaller ones anyway. But as I said, I'm likely to use them. But look at this. Oh, these have got a satisfying little pull-off thing as well. Let's pull that off. Ooh, yeah. You can probably barely see that. They're so small. So small I can't even get off my finger. Ooh, satisfying. Oh, cool. I don't know how I'm going to be able to show you this. Probably the easiest way is to... Yeah, there we go. That works. If I stick that to the front of the phone, you can kind of see that the AKG logo has come through. Now, I probably shouldn't have stuck that there, because now it's going to be, I don't know, not too hard. Cool. And we've got the spare bud things, whatever you call them. There's nothing else in the box, just a... I think that's made of plastic or paper, or a combination of the two. It feels like paper. And a little sticker there that's supposed to hold it down. Other than that, it looks like in the box here there is, in addition, some sort of thing that won't come out. There we go. So what have we got here? Oh yeah, the little thing to eject the USB slot, the SIM card slot, and a quick start guide. Who needs any of this? It's just instructions. If you don't know how to use your phone, well, stay tuned because we're going to have a look at it. Exactly, I'm a man, I don't need instructions. So, just for comparison's sake, I'm going to bring in my S10 Plus, which is now almost 2 years old, and I've now lost my live view, but as you can see, it's, if anything, slightly smaller than the original, or than the S10 Plus. The back looks very similar. Of course, you now have the triple camera array. One of them is a zoom lens, the other one is a wide angle lens, and the other one's a telephoto lens. Your standard array of heart rate monitor sensors and all that nonsense, and the flash. Much the same as you have on the S10 Plus. The thing that is missing from the back, however, and I don't know what this little hole in the plastic that they've got here is, but the one thing obviously that is missing from the back is the fingerprint sensor, which personally I never really used on the S10 Plus. The inconvenience of having it on the back, I found, was just too much to bother working with. Once again, I have gotten a black one. I do like a black phone myself. So let's turn it on and take a look at it and see how it goes. Oh, they've moved the power button, that's interesting. Let me bring the S10 back. They moved the power button up. So the original S10 power button is there, about a third of the way down the phone. The S10 has it, what would that be, about a fifth of the way down the phone. It's closer to the top, more in line with where the camera functions are. Volume controls still in the same place. The Bixby button is still there, as you can see. Sorry about the shaking. It's nice to see that. So obviously on the S10, the S8's a little bit lighter, I have to say, just a little bit, despite the fact that the S10 is smaller. So those are now lined up. You can see that little gap at the top of the S8 poking over. The S10 is slightly shorter in this direction. However, when I put this one on top and line them up this way, and you can see that the S10 is slightly wider. I believe the difference in screen is about 0.2 of an inch, which I guess works out to about 5mm. So we'll put the S8 away for the minute. I won't peel off any of these plastics yet, we'll wait till the end for that. But let's see if this is the power button and if this turns it on. I haven't put my SIM card in yet, as you would obviously know, because I just turned the thing on and opened the box. Now we get a nice little animated logo of the Samsung there. Now first boot up, if I recall, is usually a little bit longer than subsequent ones. I imagine it's probably setting itself up, probably trying to find, there we go, starting in Android and all that. And there we go. That's it on. I'm not going to set it up right now, but you can see we have the dual lens front facing camera now. Selfie cam, if you want to call it that. Which just sits in the screen there. How do we get out of this? I can do that later. Jeez Louise, they really make you do everything right at the start, don't they? And there we go. And that's the stock home screen. Bixby, my goodness, that is an annoying notification sound. They've changed the button down the bottom here. Oh, that's interesting. You open that up and you get your settings. Oh, hang on, they all go away. Why are they going away? Oh, they're going away because they're open. Right, that's interesting and clever. So if we close them all, do they come back? They do! Well, that's interesting. I like that they've added some extra buttons down the bottom here of the Alt-Tab screen, I guess. You got your settings, you got your calendar and clock, calculator. You can't seem to scroll through them, but when you open one, it adds a new one to the next position. So now we've got, I believe that's the App Store. Oh no, that's the Galaxy Store. I don't use the Galaxy Store, so I don't really care about that too much. But that's an interesting little thing they've added there. You still got the swipe up to open your apps. Swipe down opens the apps as well. I've changed that on my phone so that swipe down opens this thing. Definitely need to go in and adjust all of this because it's all a bit ridiculous at the moment. But let's have a look at the apps that it comes with from the factory. Obviously I have my Telstra apps because I'm with Telstra. You get the standard Samsung stuff, your smart things, which is really useful for when you're connecting to your TV and things like that. I have a couple of Samsung TVs, which makes it really useful for connecting them up to my internet network. Voice recorder, again, I use that quite a bit. Email, use that. My Files lets you search through your phone and actually go through the file system. Internet, nonsense. Download Chrome, it works better. Samsung Health, nonsense, but you know, it gives you your steps every day and all that sort of thing. Galaxy Wearable, not sure what that is. That's new to me, but I imagine that probably goes with the Galaxy Watch or any of those Galaxy extra devices. It probably also links with this, I would imagine, because that's a Galaxy Buds. Samsung members, no idea. Smart Switch. I imagine that helps me set this phone up. It comes with a standard array of Google products as well. Chrome is already installed. That's fantastic. YouTube, fantastic. Love having that app. It's an interesting one. Google Maps, of course, and Google Photos. It comes with a couple of Microsoft apps, Office Mobile and OneDrive. Does Office Mobile... Okay, we can't look at that right now. Office Mobile will probably download Excel, Word and such. Samsung Pay, not something I'm comfortable putting on my phone. Obviously if someone steals your phone, they can just pay with everything they want with it, so I try and avoid using that. The Galaxy Store, as I said, I don't use that. The Play Store is my app store of choice. Spotify comes standard in the phone. I'll probably be uninstalling that. I don't use Spotify. Messages, camera, standard array of things. Let's have a look at the camera because that's what I'm most interested in at this point. So let's open that up. That opens really quickly. That's really good to see. Let's take a close-up shot of the low TG thing. So it's struggling to focus on that at a distance of about 2 inches. If I tap it, yep, still struggling. This is different though. I don't know what I think about all of this down the bottom here, but if we put it on Pro, we should be able to do some clever focusing. So let's bring that into macro mode. How close can we get before we're too close? So that seems like about the limit of distance. So if we do the manual focus, see that yellow that appears there? Very useful for finding your focus point. So as soon as you see the yellow go on the bit that you actually want to focus on, like so there, see how the Samsung logo on that OTG adapter has turned a kind of goldy colour? We're now focused on that. If we take a photo of that. Nice satisfying click. Deny the location information. So you can see here, that's a fair focus. But as you can see, that's not bad. A little bit of graininess when you zoom in. Pretty standard for a phone camera, I guess. The wood in the background is nice and out of focus if that's what you're looking for. That's what the Pro setting is really useful for. Get you all that bokeh that everyone's all about. It looks like it's in standard 4:3 mode, so we can change all of that later on. Live focus. What's live focus? Okay. So So live focus gives you exactly what I was just describing, but without any effort. So if I do that, you can see that what I'm focused on is nice and clear. Let me take that photo as well. We can take a look at that. Oh, wrong button. So you can see that that function has kept my subject in focus, but added a nice circular, so by comparison, oops, nice circular, and it's even taken, no, oh okay, we can actually edit that as we go. That's cool. Let's get away from me. How do I get away from me? There we go. So we've got photo mode, obviously. We can go to video mode and record some video of things, and then obviously we can play that back if we hit this button. There we go, there's my video. Very professionally taken, as you can see, swinging back and forth over the OTG adapter. We have super slow-mo, which even gives you this notification for best results, use ultra bright light. The super slow-mo, however, seems to have a much better macro mode, or at least it did for a second there. We also have slow motion. Super slow, I imagine, is probably 240 frames per second. Slow motion would be 120, would be my guess. And hyperlapse, which is a useful mode for taking time lapses. Very clever. And then we of course have the obligatory panorama mode, which, as you can see, changed the lens of the camera. So now we're actually on the ultra wide by the looks of things. Oh, there's a food mode. What the heck is a food mode? Oh, okay, this is one of those, and I'm sorry about the term I'm about to use, this is one of those wanky things for people who want to take photos of their food in nice restaurants. Yeah, so you can take a picture of something. Actually, I've got to say, the zoom is pretty damn impressive. 10 times optical zoom. That's pretty damn good. Take a photo zoomed all the way in with food mode. That's not terrible. I've seen worse. So that's the camera function. Something that is interesting to note is that when you turn the camera on, can you see the camera there doing its little... I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but that lens right there is, can you see that? Hopefully you can. But yeah, that's the camera mode on this phone. Other than that, doesn't look like I have a lot more installed at this point. Bixby's a pain in the butt, so we'll leave her alone for now. What other interesting things does it have here? Gallery, clock, contacts, you know, standard array of things, your settings, where you can adjust all your settings, the Google Play Music app, and Samsung Notes, and that's pretty much about all that's in it from the factory. Google Play Protect is turned on, protects me from harmful apps. We don't care about that. Well, we sort of do. And then we have the Samsung Pay, which, as I said, I don't give two craps about. Comparing it to, obviously, the S8, I've got to say, feeling it in the hand, it feels very similar. The edges are a little bit sharper. It had more of a curved edge on the S8. Besides that, the shape is nice. It fits nicely in the hand. Now, I personally don't use my phone like this, and even my S8 spent its entire life inside this Spigen case, and I highly recommend these to anyone who has any type of phone. The Spigen cases, I've never broken a phone in that, touch wood, of course. So I, of course, have gone and purchased a case for my brand new phone, which is, of course, the Spigen case. And I haven't opened that yet, but we'll have a look at that later on. I'll probably do an update to this in a couple of months to give you my opinion of it after having used it for a while. But I don't imagine I'll be overly disappointed with the performance or the functionality of this phone. yeah, it'd be interesting to see how there's a fingerprint sensor somewhere in here. Oh yeah, we have always on display and such. That's always useful. I use that quite a lot. But anyway, that's my first look at the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. I hope you enjoyed that. I'll do a separate video for the buds. If you did like this video, please hit that like button. If you like what you see on this channel, don't forget to subscribe. And leave me a comment. What do you think of the new S10? How does it compare to an iPhone? How does it compare to your current phone? What do you think of it? Leave me a comment. I kind of like the nice shiny silver edge actually. That's all aluminium too. I believe it was plastic on the old one. But unfortunately that'll all be covered up with a case, as my wife just helpfully pointed out. But it looks nice when it's out of the case. And you know what? Now to finish off the video, let's do the thing you've all been waiting for. The peel. Satisfying. My wife is looking on in awe.
I'm wondering what there's a square in the middle.
It looks like there's something on the screen, but I don't think it's a... Actually, I believe this has a screen protector fitted. Because whatever's on the screen... There is a coating, there is some sort of thing on the screen. That's something I didn't notice before. It didn't look like there was one of these, you know, satisfying peel things on the front. But there is. But it's hard to tell where the edge is where you peel it up from. So I have a feeling that might actually be a screen protector. I might leave that on for now. Unless I hear or see anything otherwise that tells me that I need to remove that, I'm going to leave it right there. It'll probably end up getting scratched up, being what I imagine is plastic. Although you never know, maybe it is a glass screen protector. There isn't anything on the back, apart from obviously the thing I just pulled off, and now I'm putting thumbprints all over it. But there you go. It's not Thursday the 17th of January, despite what this phone says. But that's my quick review of the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. I expect I'll probably be using this phone for the next 18 months to 24 months or so. So look forward to seeing some video footage from this phone. I guess that from henceforth, all videos that I record, apart from ones that I record with this camera, will be recorded on that. So, yeah, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
Jazz Club.
Hey there folks, Nick here. Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to be doing something that I've never done on this channel before, which is obviously an unboxing. As you can see, I have a brand new Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus here, and as a part of the... For fuck's sake.